Recently, I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of high-end individuals, business owners, CEOs, superintendents, and COOs. I've been able to pick up some patterns, some unique challenges and problems that they face versus the rest of society faces. And so this video today is dedicated to you. If you're a business owner, CEO, manager, or work any kind of crazy job with crazy hours, and you want to figure out how to juggle your training and continue improving and continue bettering yourself, stick around. My name's Ely. I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet because I know how valuable your time is, because for you, time is money. Let's dive in. Speaking of time, that's the number one challenge I have seen with CEOs and business owners. It is the lack of time. With busy schedules and meetings and frequent travel, it is difficult to find time to consistently work out. And very often, the commitment to business, commitment to meetings, and then trying to juggle family time and life, it can just be a lot. The solution to this one is simply time management. Now, maybe you already have fantastic time management. And if that's the case, then there's a different solution for you, which we'll touch on a little bit later. But for the vast majority of business owners I have worked with, it simply is a time management thing. Now, let's use your strengths for you here. If you are a business owner or are in a leadership position, odds are you're already very disciplined. So let's have that same kind of discipline with your time, because your time is valuable. Don't give it away. Make sure you invest it in the right places. And you already know where to invest your time. You know what's going to grow your business. You know when to invest time with your family. Set the proper boundaries in place for that. When you're having dinner with your spouse, turn your phone off, throw it away. Same thing, if you're setting aside 30 minutes to go work out, turn your phone off and put it away. That way you have undistracted time, because that's one of the next obstacles I've seen is distraction. And these two go hand in hand. High-end individuals have a lot of people fighting for their time. And so if you have that, turn off the distraction and prioritize what matters. Delegate tasks and delegate other things to people who can handle it, and set aside a small block of time, undistracted time, that you can commit to training. Once you have that small block of undistracted time, whether it's to ride your bike, whether it's to strength train, step 2 is having the plan. The plan is what's going to allow you to use that time most efficiently. Ephesians 5 verse 16 says, make the best use of your time because the days are evil. And so when you have such little limited time to train, you best make good use of it. That's where having an intelligent and intentional training plan comes into play, and not just doing things arbitrarily. Problem number 3 I've seen is pressure. And I get it. The pressure of building and running and growing your own business and leading groups and teams of people can be a lot. And you are expected to perform well at what you do. You are expected to be the person that everyone looks up to. Now here's the challenge. Sometimes that pressure can be a little bit too much. And if it's too much to handle, you begin to perform worse. It's like every time you're doing something, you have to do it your best, but sometimes, the brain gets tired. You've been up all day, you slept only a few hours last night, it's been a crazy week, and you're just exhausted. So how can you always be performing your best? And there's often this pressure to prioritize work and social work events over your own well-being, over your own fitness. The solution to this one is, funny enough, having a holistic approach that benefits you physically and psychologically as well. Because physical training does help with managing pressure. I have a client named David who started training with me just last month, and I remember he sent me a text just recently. He trained at 5 a.m. that day, did a half-an-hour strength training session, and then went into work, and there was a lot of stress and a lot of pressure happening on the job that day. And he told me, I've had to work through some tough situations at work the last few days. Working out has made me more secure and more resilient. That's how powerful exercise is. That's what it actually can do. It's not just about the physical performance, but performing under the pressures at work. The fourth challenge that I have specifically seen business owners, CEOs, high-end individuals go through is the need for customization. And here's what I mean by that. Having a sporadic schedule and ever-changing circumstances and constant changing demands for your time and different meetings and all of this together can make it a huge obstacle in being consistent on the bike and in the gym. And so often what needs to happen is to find something that fits into your lifestyle. Most of my clients wake up around 4 a.m. every single day to get their workouts in. And for me, I respect that because they have made that their time to train when the rest of the world is still asleep. But that can be a challenge when you have meetings going on till 9 p.m., when you're not getting home till midnight, when you're not sleeping till 1, you can't wake up at 4. And so how do we get around this? Well, let me tell you what my client, Jeremy is a physician and he runs his own practice, meaning he can have a lot of demand for his time. His day, his schedule can be filled. And so what he does is he goes on our Training Peaks calendar and he marks off the days that he is unavailable. He also marks off the days where he has very limited time to train, but maybe can squeeze in half an hour in the morning. And so what I do is optimize his training schedule around that. I go in and figure out exactly what days he can't train and what days he needs a short workout that are still going to move him towards his goals. And then I optimize his training, his strength, and on the bike around his schedule so that even though his schedule is crazy, he can still train and move towards his goals, thus increasing his performance on and off the bike, feeling his best at work, being present for his children, and making the most of his time. And that's the solution for number 4. Optimizing your time starts with asking for help. Hire a professional. It goes a long way, helps you buy back dozens of hours of your time, and you know what your time is worth. Like my client Ron put it in his recent Google review. Eli's done the research for me. He created my plans based on my goals. He reviews my workouts and provides feedback, and now I can spend my time just riding. And to me, that's worth something. And so I ask you, what is your time worth? If it is worth something, consider saving it. Consider making the most of it. Consider structuring your planning, structuring your training around it. And consider buying back your time. If you're looking to hire a professional, I'm giving out complimentary one-on-one game plan calls with me. We'll keep it short, we'll keep it sweet because I understand the value of your time. I want to understand who you are, where you are right now, what your goals are, and what's stopping you from getting there. And then if I'm a good fit to help you in the first place, I'll answer all your questions, I'll talk you through how I can help, and I'll make you an offer. The call's completely on me. If you like what you're hearing, go ahead and click a link in the description to book the game plan call with me. Looking forward to chatting, and I'll catch you next time.